Okay.
It's recording from here.
Yeah. So, okay, now let us start. Hello, my beautiful viewers. It almost sounds if the music say, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. So today we are so incredible excited. We're going to talk about a big animal lover, not just about her love for animals, but also that she have created the most amazing children books with regarding kindness, and the smallest paw makes the largest impact. A beautiful summary of love, kindness, and hope. I'm very excited for us here on the Author Journey Show with me, Sanette van Breda, as your host, and my co-host, Natalie Chilton, that's going to talk to beautiful Janine. So Janine Gough is our amazing spotlight author. So Janine, welcome here. I am truly excited. I have put something in here. I just quickly want to mute because I hear myself when I'm talking. Janine is a children's book author, animal lover, and proud crazy cat lady. When she's not writing stories, she spends time caring for her aquarium, enjoying the beloved pets, and dreaming up gentle adventures to inspire all. So, my beautiful Janine, you are welcome to introduce yourself. And my first question to you is, why did you decide to be a children's author?
Well, my name's Janine. I'm from South Africa. I never in my life thought I'd be any author, never mind a children's author. But for a few years now, it's been bothering me because I have quite a few aquariums, that people don't know how to look after the fish and goldfish in a bowl, and they always die. Shame. So I always had this thing in my head. I want to write a book on to help children and the parents look after an aquarium and just give them a few of the tips that I've learned over the years. And while I was writing that book, one of my friends' beloved pets passed away, and I just got it in my head to write a story for him and the children, especially, also for my friend Mariska, but as a memory, because the kids were a little bit young. So I knew the older one would remember Miley, but the younger one, and it's weird because she was actually more affected by the book when I gave it to her. She was actually the one that was more emotional. So that was quite surprising. And I've had quite a few animals in my life because my friend is a trapper, so she always has feral cats. So guess where they land? And I've for 15 years, I had 2 special needs cats, both with brain damage, one with epilepsy, the other one was also deaf. And in the year that I'd written Miley's story, I unfortunately lost both of them, but both at 15, so as much as I miss them, I know that they had full, great lives. And I've always wanted to make Possum the hero. He had quite severe brain damage, but he knew he was marvelous. And in his life, he's had 14 brothers and sisters. So I've kind of wanted to always honor them, and put parts of my other cats' personalities in and make up like a whole series on Possum. And for me, it's important that kids know that there's no such thing as normal. Everybody's normal is different. So for Possum, it was normal to be deaf. It was normal he had no balance. It was normal that he ate the way that he ate. And it didn't influence his life in any way. As I say, he still lived a really full life. Cinnamon, my epileptic girl, she also, as I say, she passed at 15. And both times the vet said to me, how did you get ferals to actually live, especially with special needs ferals, to live so long, and it's just by looking after them, and they don't feel that they're any different. So I want to do more books on animals that are slightly different. I've done another book about a hyena that's got an odd laugh, and I'll be launching that in the next few weeks. And the clan basically, the adults in the clan get annoyed with her, but then in the end, there's a cub that goes missing, and this cub has always tried to copy her, and that's how they find the cub. So just for children to know that everybody's different and it's okay to be different. There's no such thing as normal. Everybody's unique. Everybody's important. Everybody has a space in the world. And I've always felt it doesn't matter what problems you've got, what disabilities, what conditions, everybody owns a space in the world. So it's always annoyed me. I had a very, very special client, and she had the capacity of a 5-year-old, even though she was 20. But I loved that child. And, like her mom would always say, quieten down. And I'd say, why? Why? Let her be. This is her space. She owns it. So stuff like that's always been something that's just been really close to my heart. So, so a lot of my books will be about just owning your place, and you're allowed to be different. And it's, So also with Miley's story, I'll also do a few other books that clients have already asked me to basically do books on their pets that are still here. It doesn't have to be pets that have passed. And so I've got 2 on the go as well. A very crazy dog called Winston, and he goes to doggy daycare and has birthday parties, and so I've called him Lord Winston. And I mean, he's quite a character, a little schnauzer, and his mom's quite a character. I adore her.
So can I quickly, thank you, Janine. Can I then please ask my beautiful Natalie, can you please introduce yourself? And then you are welcome to ask Janine her first question from your side. And then after that, we will play our beautiful sponsors video.
Oh my, it was such a rich conversation. I'm enthralled already. I am Natalie Chilton from Alberta, Canada, Freedom Country. And that is my platform. I'm all about encouraging people to break up with their secrets. I'm about medical freedom, people having the choice to choose just how and what they want to treat their body with the assistance of good doctors. And my passion, so I'm an author, and my passion project is Sowing Seeds Ministry, a sewing project in Pakistan, where we're going to buy 12 sewing machines for our first pod of girls that will be able to sew sheets and earn an income. And then we're going to sell those so that they're earning money and helping more brick kiln families to get out of slavery. So that's me, my big dreams. And so Miley's story, I love both the books, The Gentle Giants of the Savanna, and Miley's story. I love the emotions that you give the animals.
Thank you.
I think that's really fun. You give them their unique perspective, which most people wouldn't think of that, giving them humor and this and that. So in Miley's story, I'm curious about, I'm just going to hop onto Mariska. The fascinating lady who entered a little bit later. And was that a true story?
Oh,
Of
100%.
of what
Her burning
happened?
the house down. Yes. She actually burnt the whole house down. I just said she set the house alight because it was a children's book. But yes, and then a week later she crashed his car and he married her. And they're the most incredible couple. I mean, they have changed my life, especially her. She's been in my life for 16 years and she has changed my life in so many ways. Yeah, but yes, that whole book is true, 100% true. I try and put as much truth in the books as I can, and I incorporate personalities. I like in another book, there's a walrus that's going to be my grandfather's personality. I've got a frog that's my father's personality. So I try and actually use my family and my friends and use their personalities to make the animals come to life, because otherwise I can just go to chat and say, write a book for me on walruses. So I try very hard to make them real by using real people and real character traits. But every word of Miley's story is true.
That is so amazing. It feels that way. And I believe that truth has a frequency, and that frequency is felt. So well done. I love how, I'll save my next little remark for the next round. Sinette, I'll pass the mic over to you for your question.
Thank you. So I want to say thank you to all our viewers for watching our amazing show. And I'm so proud to be able to present all our amazing Spotlight author. Thank you, my beautiful Natalie, for being my co-host. And then I would love to thank our beautiful sponsor, Masterpiece. They are going to share 8 authors with us. So we have done one author already, Terry Lynn. How amazing. So now another 7 authors will be coming our way. But I would love to highlight our sponsor. And then just after the video, I'm so sorry, after the video, Natalie is going to tell us a little bit about Masterpiece. I am Sanette van Breda. I'm your voice amplifier. I create space and stages for incredible humans around the world to share their wisdom, their brilliance, and their beautiful stories. And this is part of their story. So here we go. Are you ready? Here we go.
With toxins in our air, water, and food, and cause you to feel off. Masterpiece cleanses these toxins out. Its natural blend of volcanic minerals removes the toxins and supports better sleep, focus, and energy.
It's compatible with your internal environment in which it goes. So you take 5 drops under the tongue twice a day.
It's clinically proven and has thousands of testimonials. Try it today.
Wow.
Thank you, Masterpiece, for being our amazing sponsor. This is a entirely natural formula using sea plasma, so it fully mineralizes every cell. It's broken down with tiny, tiny little bits of zeolite, and it's for pets also. I'm going to highlight pets today, Masterpiece for pets, because pets are on the ground, often in homes where toxic formulas are used for cleaning, and those can be absorbed through their little paws and just every which way through their breathing. And so this goes up into the cells, grabs the harmful forever chemicals, and like a magnet, just allows it to pass through and be out of the body to extend their lives and their vitality. So thank you, Masterpiece. We love you and we love your products so much. I adore it.
Thank you. So, my beautiful Janine, oops, let me just unmute yourself. I can see the little cat there next to you.
And she won't leave, sorry.
Yeah, please, let her have there. So, my beautiful one, this is your book, your beautiful book, and it's so colorful. There is so many pictures and beautiful stories in here. So, thank you so much. My question on this book: your books carry such a gentleness and a comfort tone. Why is kindness such an important message for children today?
Oh, kindness is so important, especially with, I think, the tough situations that carry on in the world at the moment. They're always hearing all this negativity, and I'm sure they overhear their parents speaking whenever the news is on. I don't even watch the news anymore. Anything I hear is from my mom, because it's just a choice. So for me, it's very important that people teach their children kindness, because, I mean, what else do we have? We've got gratitude, as I've said before in another podcast, gratitude and kindness are two of the most important things for me. It's important to be kind because you never know what people are going through, and everybody's going through a journey. And just because they have a smile on their face and you can't see it, you have no idea what people are going through. And so many people, when they tell you their stories, it's just, it's heart-wrenching. So we've learned to put on brave faces. And so I just think that if a child is taught kindness and they see somebody sitting alone, go up to them and ask them, are they okay? Do they need some help? Would they like a sandwich? Do you want to share my juice with me? Instead of teaching them bullying and to fight and that type of thing, it's the world would just be a better place. Yeah, that's
Wow.
a big thing.
Thank you. You actually answered two of my questions after that on the Savanna. What do you hope children will learn, and what is the extension of the ripple effect going forward? And you have answered all of that in one question. So thank you, Janine. My beautiful Natalie, all over to you.
Sounds good. I'm going to repeat the name of your book, The Gentle Giants, The Gentle Giants of the Savanna. I have been to Africa and I did go on a safari. My former husband was from Zimbabwe. He grew up there as a Rhodesia. So I had the pleasure of being on a savanna. The statement from that book, the tallest love in the land. I just thought that is so spectacular and lofty and dreamy, and just pointing the hearts of your readers, the parents and their children, to love. And I love that. and I'm just going to say they found, fueled, and created these Savanna families. There were many different types of families,
Yes.
and they found. I say they found, fueled, and created what every heart, big or small, is in searching for: love, laughter, and family beneath the endless African stars. And I mean, where does that come from? I mean, your way of, was that a statement that took a while for you to formulate, or did it kind of drop in? Sometimes we get divine, nuggets that just kind of,
Yeah.
that's
Africa
really
is in my
divine.
bones. Africa is just such a big part of who I am. I've traveled the world. I've stayed in Edinburgh, which was the most amazing place. But home was just always, I will just always be African. And um, and I'm sure most people feel that about their own countries, but there's just something different and warm about Africa. The people are really warm. Um, every color, every nation. If you stuck, I tell you, people just get together. If there's a fire somewhere, people will get together, collect food, collect clothing, collect money, drop it off at churches. That's just something about the African way. And it rubs off on all of us. If you're stuck on the side of the road, somebody will stop and help you. Anything. If you ask for help, you'll get it. And even most of the time, if you don't ask for help, you'll get it. So, yeah, I love Africa. It's in my bones.
It shows. It is just so lovely, truly. So I'm going to pass the baton back to Sanette for her next question.
Thank you, my beautiful Natalie. So I'm going to talk about Marley, the Marley story. And I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite memory of creating this book? A story inside the book at your favorite memory, and then something that you told me that the oldest boy loved when he had to do a project at school. If you can also mention that, please,
Oh,
Janine.
yes. That was very, very special. I'll start with that one. When it took almost a year to get Miley published, because I wrote this book, and as I say, you were saying earlier about divine intervention. I think 100%, because Sanette was brought into my life by a lady that I work with. I'd written this book and I didn't know what to do with it, and I really wanted it published for the family. That was quite important to me, and I'd already spoken to somebody in the publishing, and they said to me, don't bother publishing children's books in South Africa. Nothing's really going to come of it. And I was like, no, I know, hand it over, and the right people will come back into your life. And then Natasha introduced me to Sanette, who took me on a journey and became my book coach. And I was the first children's author that Sanette had kind of dealt with. So there was a lot of learning curves for both of us, but especially for me. I mean, Sanette was amazing in teaching me how, and even how to self-publish and all of that. So when I eventually, it landed up that I used the same publishers that I had spoken to originally. It was the proofreader, because when I phoned her, she said to me, "Did I not speak to you in October?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "But now, I've actually know what I'm kind of doing. Still learning, but I'd like to self-publish or publish these myself and sell them myself." And when we were waiting for the Afrikaans ones, Logan, the little boy from the story, had to do an Afrikaans speech. And the subject was my troeteldier, which means my pet. And they haven't gotten another pet because they do a lot of camping. So Mariska just feels, you can't get a pet and then make it somebody else's problem, because they've been camping in more rustic places where the lions and that can actually get to the cars. So it's not safe to take especially not a puppy that's going to be barking and stuff. So he was very sad because, he was like, well, I don't have an animal anymore. And so she said, well, write about Nana's dogs. And he's like, no, I want to write about Marley. And he's 7, by the way. And it was just at the perfect time that the Afrikaans book, so the English book had already been published, and that the Afrikaans book came out probably 4 days before he was supposed to do his speech. And then I said to Mariska, well, he's got something that nobody else has got. So they might still have pets, but he's got a book that he can, have forever, and that will remind him. So when they did because obviously Mariska kept it all secret, and then took the books home, and then we did a video on her unboxing. And as I say, we were quite surprised because little Jordan was emotional, but he was so excited. And so it really helped him do his speech. And afterwards, Mariska said to me about a week later, the teacher actually asked him to please read the book, to the class. So, so that was amazing. Because again, something special, something that his little heart was sad, and that could uplift him. So that was very, very special to me. Yeah.
Beautiful.
My favorite is probably the wedding picture, because I was at the wedding, and a more incredible couple I haven't met. They are so in sync with each other and so in love with each other. And so that was just such a special day, and the beginning of their journey. And I can't wait to see how their journey unfolds. I mean, I know that they're going to be in my life forever. So that's probably one of my favorite. But I mean, lots. Even the one of Marley looking, over Logan while he sleeps in the car. There's quite a few, and even the picture of Marley herself. Little eyes 10 to 10 past. Yes, no, I really enjoyed writing that book. And even
thank you so much. I'm so sorry, Janine, continue.
No, sorry, even the giraffe book, because it's Mariska's favorite animal, which is why I started with giraffes. And from there, as I say, I've got so many other animals that I want to write about, but especially the lesser known animals, so that's why I say I've done the hyenas. I'm going to do one on a beluga whale. And I'm learning so much as well. You think you know a lot. And at the back of the books, I've started actually putting a did you know section. I've added that into the newer books as well. So because the hyena book, a little bit difficult to write a sweet hyena book. So I kept the character. And then at the end, did a little bit of a did you know, because when I was doing my research, I'm like, what's making me want to write about hyenas? Because sure. But the Gertie book, I'm quite happy with the hyena book as well. And that's why I say I want to do wild dogs. I want to do, the lesser known animals.
Thank you. Thank you, Janine. So, Natalie, I think what I can do now, it's almost on the half hour. So can I play our beautiful sponsors video? You talked about our sponsor, and then you ask your next question. Will that be okay?
Absolutely. Perfect.
Here we go, Michael. Here we go.
Is filled with toxins in our air, water, and food and cause you to feel off. Masterpiece cleanses these toxins out. Its natural blend of volcanic minerals removes the toxins and supports better sleep, focus, and energy.
It's compatible with your internal environment in which it goes. So you take 5 drops under the tongue twice a day.
It's clinically proven and has thousands of testimonials. Try it today.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yes, for full vitality, nature is the way to go. And I love all the nature in the gentle giants of the Savanna. And I've been part of a farming family for the past, 12 years. So it's these two stories are just wonderful. So Jabu, the giraffe in the gentle giants of the Savanna. I love how you paint the picture of him he's almost like Adam, he's alone in the Savanna and he's spending his days. And I love how you interject the emotion of loneliness, because that is real in this world and for children. And what inspired you? I love how you brought a solution for that. So was that fun to do that, to play this matchmaking game
Yes,
with the
because
giraffes?
I do believe that there's somebody for everybody if you choose, which I think most people are looking for a significant other or a soulmate. It doesn't always have to be a spouse or anything like that. But I mean, we are made to connect. If you alone, I think depression is then a huge factor. I think we need to belong. I think that's just a human condition. So, and for a lot of people, the natural progression will then be to have the children, which again I think is very important for some people. Yeah, so I just like the whole little family dynamic of the whole thing, because there's too many split families, and I do think that people are becoming a little bit more aware of who they choose. So hopefully we'll have less of the splitting, and people are marrying a little bit later. They're not marrying out of peer pressure anymore. Oh, this is getting deep. Sorry. So
It's perfect.
yeah. So I come from a split family, which, I mean, both my parents were friends, and I'm so grateful for that. They never ever played me or, up against each other. They were always so respectful of each other, and always, I mean, to this day, my mother will always, if I say something, then she'll say, "Your father was not a bad man, just an irresponsible man," So she's still, as old as I am, she'll still defend him. And I mean, he always called her his princess. So they just weren't a match. But yes, too many people use their children as what's the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
To
Hans.
to harm the other person, and I find it really distressing. So and family is just huge for me. I'm an only child, but very close to my aunts, my cousins, my uncles. Family play a huge role. Very close to my mom. I was very close to my dad, and he's no longer here.
Your heart is so beautiful, Janine. You are a very
Thank
beautiful
you.
human being. And I am so happy. I feel like crying. I'm so happy you're here, because
Oh,
I
thank
feel
you.
like it's and you're welcome. I feel like it's really this message of unity and love and the humor and the playfulness of actually bringing the different species together. And it's kind of like us, you know, the different kinds of humans. That if we could just learn to play a little bit more, lighten up. And so
Yes.
thank you. Thank you. Wow. It's really
Thank you.
powerful. And may your
Thank you.
book be bought. You are welcome. May your book be bought in reams of them and distributed to children everywhere, because these are very beautiful stories and literally setting the neurology, it's setting the brain in the right direction in a very natural way. Divine design.
Thank you very much.
You are so welcome. Sinette, before I get lost in my everything, my tears.
So good. I know Janine already since 2011, but not really know her. Just seeing her, you always had a smile. People always like to linger longer with you. I had another hairdresser, Natasha. Natasha introduced it. Well, I said, I know Janine. She said, yes, you know Janine, but do you know her? One of her inspirations is to have her own book. And I said, but I can help her with that. I didn't do a children's book yet, but I can help her because I've done adult books already helping the people. So I wanted to ask you this question, my beautiful Janine. Was there a moment during our coaching sessions or the process where everything suddenly clicked and you realize, I can do this?
Yes, yes. And as I said to you, every now and again I think, oh, I'm a fraud. I feel like such a fraud. You know, what am I doing? But as you said to me, the minute that you hold the book in your hand, you kind of realize, oh my gosh, I did that. You know, and that's mine. And nobody can ever change that. Nobody can ever take that away from me. And you know, my clients have been buying the stories, some of them just to support, you know, some of them because for their grandchildren. And a lot of them are saying, you know, even if they don't have, they're like, doesn't matter, I'm going to collect all your books, whichever ones you've got, you know. So I've had a really good response, which has been fantastic. Still figuring out besides Amazon, you know, where else to sell. Especially the Afrikaans ones, but I think Amazon would even be a good place for that because there's a lot of, I mean, a lot of the South Africans have moved to different countries. But yes, and as the ideas keep coming, because I kind of sit and I play and I play and I play with the character, and then all of a sudden the story just comes. And once it's there, I don't stop until I'm finished, you know, finished with that book. It just, and yeah, I've done about 4 frog books, and then it just didn't feel right. And then somebody sent me a photo that I sent to somebody else, and it was a response that I got from the photo about my dad. And it was a memory that I'd forgotten, you know, and this guy was just, oh, I can't remember that man's name, but he was a legend. Only he could sink a car in a dam, you know, like that. And that just sparked the frog, because we all called my father Fat Frog. And that just sparked the frog book. And I wrote for a week until I, you know, until I finished that book. And that's why I say, so I sit, and then I think about, okay, who's going to be this character and who's going to, you know, and then all of a sudden when it all comes together, I write until I've got the whole book together, and then kind of starts obviously filtering it and, yeah, editing it and all that.
Thank you, Janine. Before I'm going to give it over to you, Natalie, I just wanted to ask Janine this question. What advice would you give to somebody that want to do a book, but they're scared to do a book, but I really, really want to do a book? What advice, Janine, can you give them?
Just do it. That's why I say I would never in a million years have thought that I would have done this ever. And and that's why I'm saying I wrote the book. I didn't know what I was doing. And then the right people just came into my life. And I know that's something that Oprah always said is do the preparation. There's no such thing as luck. You know, you do the preparation and then everything else will kind of start falling into place. And that is exactly what's happened. You know, so I'm excited to see where this goes. Definitely am.
Thank
And
you.
plan on doing many, many more.
So we will tell them where they will be able to see all your stories, but I'm going to firstly ask beautiful Natalie to ask her last question, and then I will be, when she gives it back to me, we will tell people where they can be able to view all your books as well. So Natalie, you are welcome to ask your question, my beautiful one.
Fabulous. Okay. There's so many, like, even though they're little books, there's so many golden little statements in there. It's like I practically framed each one. So it's tough to choose, but I'm going to go. Okay, the wild dogs. The wild dog little part in your Savanna book. You write in a way that's referring to the rhythm and the unity of that really painted a picture of those dogs. It made me feel them and it made me see them moving. And you say in there, even the smallest hunters know the power of family.
Yeah.
And that is
Well,
just because there are, enemies, there are antagonists in this world in every way, in the animal kingdom and in the human kingdom. And I just love how you paint that strength there. Please, please continue. Sorry to cut you off.
sorry. Wild dogs are one of my mom's favorite animals, as well as meerkats. That's why they had to appear in the book. And so wild dogs will probably be after the beluga. I'm going to do the wild dogs. I know my mom has always loved the way that they just stick together, and there's not much known about them. And that's why I say I want to do books about the lesser known animals. You know, everybody does the elephants and the rhinos and that type of thing. So my next book will definitely be about, not my next book, sorry, one of my books will definitely be about the wild dogs. But as I said, that's one of my mom's favorite animals. She always looks out for them when she goes to the national parks and that. And gets very excited because you don't often see them. You either see a lot or you don't see them at all. That's quite a rare sighting. But my mom's been very lucky to see them at most of the times that she goes.
Wow. So I'll visit the Kruger National Park 12 times, Janine, 12 times. I only saw them once in a pack and I was hunting. So how amazing. And Natalie, you can continue.
Oh, I was just saying that I've been there one time, Kruger National Park, and that was amazing. Yeah, yeah. I saw
Beautiful.
the rhinoceros. Yeah, and they were like submerged in the water. Not the rhino, sorry. It's the hippo. The hippos were submerged with their eyes just above the water. That was super cool. But I'm wondering, is the name of the wild dog Dingo? Are they also known as Dingo? Or that's not them?
No, dingoes are from Australia. So those are the
Okay.
wild dogs of Australia, and they beige in color, whereas obviously our wild dogs are more that calico mixed coloring. And wild dogs are a lot smaller than a dingo. A dingo, I think, grows to about the size of a Labrador, whereas the wild dogs are probably the size of a a normal poodle, a little bit bigger. So they're quite a bit smaller. And I don't know if the dingoes are such pack animals, whereas the wild dogs are pretty big pack animals. I'm not sure about the dingoes. Yeah, as I say, 'cause they're more Australian.
Wonderful. Great differentiation. Yeah, I don't know much. I think that's a great topic. Miss Sinette, thank you, Janine. Miss Sinette, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Pass
Oh,
the
thank you. Thank you, my beautiful Natalie. So, Janine, can you please tell the viewers where can they see you and your beautiful platform on Facebook? Give them the address, but I want to let you all know, my beautiful ones, down below in the show notes, you will have Janine's elevator pitch. You will have the links for both books, the English books for both books, and also our details. So beautiful Natalie's detail with her book link and mine with my book link as well. And then naturally our beautiful sponsor, Masterpiece, all the detail is there as well. So Janine, can you please tell the viewers about your beautiful Facebook page you have done specially for all your books?
Yeah, well, I've called it Janine Gough Story Time, because, you know, I've always had this vision of parents reading children, books to their children when they go to sleep. That's just something that's always been close to my heart. My mom always read to me. She always used to sing lullabies. She always, so stuff like that is just really, really sentimental for me. And I think it's important, for family time to read to the kids and also to get them reading. I mean, my mom tried everything. I got every Enid Blyton series from Noddy all the way to the late teenage books, because reading was just such an important part. And so, yeah, I just always have this vision of a mom or a dad or an aunt or a gran or somebody just reading these books to their children as they drift off to sleep, or even if they get excited and ask questions. And yeah.
I love that. So my beautiful ones, I also one of my big favorite is for reading for my grandchildren, and all of them have their own library of books in their own room. So I love it. I love it, Janine. So my beautiful Natalie, I said to the last question, but do you have something small that you want to add? We've got about 2 more minutes to go, my beautiful one.
Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. I really love the in the Savanna book. I love how you had the monkeys at near the end of the book, where you have the monkeys playing on the giraffe family, where they're all nestled down. And you just paint this beautiful picture of unity and playfulness in the watering hole. And I just love that. Where did the monkeys come from?
Because
Where did
if
they
ever
come
you
from?
go, they are everywhere. No matter where you go, whether it be in the Cape, anywhere that you go that there's wildlife, the monkeys will come. If they can smell sugar or if they can smell food, they're going to come and they're going to raid your place. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've been in a chalet and you get back and the flowers across the floor, the sugar is in a bag up in a tree, and you're looking at monkeys eating your food. They're just such little terrors. And so you basically find them everywhere. Everywhere you go where there's nature here. So and they're really cute animals.
They're kind of, I remember them like just clusters of them, like little gangs in a
Hundreds.
parking lot. Yeah, and
It's just like
it kind
there's
of freaks me
food,
out.
they're there.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
on your windshield. So I love the natural environment. They could stay there. Thank you, Janine.
Thank you.
Thank you, my beautiful Natalie. Thank you, my beautiful Janine, for an amazing show. My beautiful viewers, thank you so much for viewing. And then for our sponsor, beautiful Masterpiece, thank you so much for being our sponsor. So, my beautiful ones, are you ready for me to take a wrap? Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and that is
Thank
a
you.
wrap.
Thank you.
So, Janine, how are you feeling, my beautiful one?
Much better now, thank you.
She was a little bit nervous, my viewers. I really wanted you to hear she feels much better now. So, from us to you, happy words, happy book reading, and just love books. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Get yourself some sweet books.